Hello, this is Slate with Combo of Rocks, bringing you another video deck tech of a deck that we built by request and sold. If you're not familiar with us, we make and sell custom budget EDH decks. These decks are light on the budget, so they may be optimal or competitive, but they're definitely fun and centered around a central theme that you can build on. Today we have Shabraz, the Skyshark, which is 3 blue-white for a 3/3 shark bird, legendary of course. It partners with Brallin, Skyshark Rider, which is our next card. It's got flying. Whenever you draw a card, put a 1/1 counter on Shabraz, the Skyshark, and you gain a life. Pay a blue-white hybrid. Target human gains flying until end of turn. This deck is, by request, shark-themed. So let's get into the deck. Here is Brallin, Skyshark Rider. 3 red for a 3/3 legendary human shaman. Partners with Shabraz, of course. Whenever you discard a card, put a 1/1 counter on a Brallin, and it deals 1 damage to each opponent. Pay a red. Target shark gains trample until end of turn. There is a draw and discard theme in this deck as well. Inspired Ultimatum, blue, 3 red, and 2 white. Target player gains 5 life, it deals 5 damage to any target, and then you draw 5 cards. Jeskai Ascendancy, blue, red, white. Enchantment, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Untap those creatures. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. Narset of the Ancient Way. 1 blue, red, white for a 4 loyalty legendary Narset. +1, gain 2 life, add a blue, red, or white, only to cast a non-creature spell. -2, draw a card, then you can discard a card. When you discard a non-land card this way, it deals damage equal to the card's mana value to target creature or planeswalker. And -6, you get an emblem with whenever you cast a non-creature spell. This emblem deals 2 damage to any target. We have Captain Howler, Sea Scourge, legendary shark pirate, ward 2, and pay 2 life. It's a 5/4. Whenever you discard 1 or more cards, target creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn for each card discarded this way. Whenever that creature deals combat damage to a player this turn, you draw a card. Prismari Command, 1 blue-red, instant, choose 2, deals 2 damage to any target, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards, create a treasure token, or destroy target artifact. Spectacular Pileup, 3 white, sorcery, all creatures and vehicles lose indestructible until end of turn, then destroy all creatures and vehicles with cycling 2. Shark Typhoon, 5 and a blue for an enchantment. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create an XX blue shark creature token with flying, where X is that spell's mana value. You can cycle it for X and 1 blue. Whenever you cycle it, create an XX blue shark creature token with flying. Voracious Great Shark, 3 blue for a 5/4 shark with flash. When it enters, counter target artifact or creature spell. Chrome Host Seed Shark, 2 and a blue for a 2/4 Phyrexian shark with flying. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, incubate X, where X is that spell's mana value. Disallow, 1 blue instant, counter target spell, activated ability, or triggered ability. Oath of Scholars, 3 and a blue enchantment. During each player's upkeep, if that player has fewer cards in hand than target opponent, the player may discard his or her hand and draw 3 cards. Soul Ring and Arcane Signet. Some more mana rocks are coming. Zoria Signet, Boros Signet, Izzet Signet, Talisman of Progress, Talisman of Conviction, Talisman of Creativity, Prismatic Lens, taps for colorless or cycles a mana into a mana of any color. Firemind Vessels, taps for 2 different colors. Navigation Orb, or colorless cultivate, can also search gates, which there are some gates in the deck. Collector's Vault, 2 mana, artifact, 2 tap, draw a card, then discard a card, and create a treasure token. Wayfarer's Bauble, this is our colorless rampant growth. Bag of Holding, 1 mana artifact. Whenever you discard a card, you can exile it from your graveyard. 2 tap, draw a card, then discard a card. 4 tap, sack it, return all cards exiled with it to its owner's hand. Faithful Mending, blue-white. For an instant, you gain 2 life, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards with flashback for 1 blue-white. Requisition Raid, 1 white with sorcery. Pay 1 for each additional mode. Destroy an artifact, destroy an enchantment, or put a 1/1 counter on each creature target player controls. Cast Out, 3 and a white enchantment with flash. When it enters, exile a non-land permanent opponent controls until this leaves the battlefield with cycling for a white. Frantic Purification, 2 and a white instant, destroy target enchantment with madness for a white. Again, lots of ways to discard cards in this deck. And Strength of Isolation, 1 and a white enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+2 and has pro black with madness for a white. And Spirit Flare, 3 and a white instant, tap and untap creature control. If you do, it deals damage equal to its power to target attacking or blocking creature an opponent controls with flashback, 1 white, and pay 3 life. Lone Shark, 3 and a blue for a 3/4 shark rogue. When it enters, if you cast 2 or more spells this turn, draw a card with plot, 3 and a blue. Dagger Maw Megalodon, 4 blue for a 5/7 shark with vigilance. It's got island cycling for 2 colorless. Spined Megalodon, 5 blue for a 5/7 shark with hexproof. When it attacks, scry 1. And Big Fin Bouncer, 3 and a blue for a 3/2 shark pirate. When it enters, return a creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. Wash Away, 1 blue, counter target spell. If it wasn't cast from its owner's hand, you can counter any spell for 1 blue. Counter spell, 2 blue mana to counter any spell. Neutralize, 1 blue counters a spell, or you can cycle it for 2. Saw It Coming, 1 blue counters a spell. You can also foretell it for 1 and a blue. Twist Reality, 1 blue, choose 1, counter a spell, or manifest dread. Refute, 1 blue counters a spell, draws a card, then discards a card. Failed Inspection, same card, does cost a mana extra, but it's nice to have a repeatable effect. Negate, 1 and a blue, counter a non-creature spell. Disdainful Stroke, 1 and a blue, counters a spell with mana value 4 or greater. Tolarian Winds, 1 and a blue, instant, discard your hand, then draw that many cards. Thirst for Knowledge, 2 and a blue, instant, draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards unless you discard an artifact card. Deep Analysis, 3 and a blue, target player draws 2 cards with flashback, 1 blue, and pay 3 life. Calamitous Tide, 4 blue, return up to 2 target creatures to their owner's hands, then draw 2 cards and discard a card. Marauding Mako, 1 red for a 1/1 shark pirate. Whenever you discard 1 or more cards, put that many 1/1 counters on this creature with cycling for 2. Thunderhead Gunner, 4 and red for a 4/5 shark pirate with reach. Discard a card, draw a card, activate only as a sorcery and only once each turn. Lightning Axe, 1 red as additional cost to cast. Discard a card or pay 5 colorless, deals 5 damage to target creature. Pirate's Pillage, 3 and red as additional cost to cast. Discard a card, draw 2 cards, then create 2 treasure tokens. And Big Score, 3 and a red, discard a card, draw 2 cards, then create 2 treasure tokens. Cathartic Reunion, 1 and a red as additional cost to cast. Discard 2 cards, then draw 3 cards. Thrill of Possibility, 1 in red, discard a card, draw 2 cards. Tormenting Voice, same thing, different name. Electric Revelation, very similar. You pay an extra mana, but you do get flashback for 3 in a red. Convenient Target, 1 red, enchanted creature is suspected. It gets +1/+1, so it has menace and can't block. And you can actually return this for 2 in a red from your graveyard to your hand, making this a good thing to discard and reoccur to your hand. Or just put it on your shark and go to town. Escape of Velocity, 1 red, enchanted creature gets +1/+0 and has haste. You can escape it from your graveyard for 1 red and exiling 2 cards from your graveyard. Senseless Rage, 1 in red, enchanted creature gets +2/+2. In here, because it has got Madness, so as you discard it, you can cast it for 1 in a red. Fiery Temper, 1 red, deals 3 damage to a creature or player, also with Madness for a single red. Into some lands, but also spells. Legion Leadership, 1 white-red hybrid for an instant. Until end of turn, double target creature's power against first strike. Can also be a tapped red-white land. And Rush of Inspiration, 1 blue-red hybrid instant. Draw 2 cards and discard a card at random unless you pay 2 energy. We're always discarding a card in this deck, but that's okay. Also a tapped blue-red land. Into some lands, we have Prairie Stream, Port Town, Skycloud Expanse, Adakar Waste, Glacial Fortress, Fury Calm Snarl, Sulphur Falls, Ferris Lake, Fiery Islet, Shivan Reef, Desolate Lighthouse, Slayer's Stronghold. Desolate Lighthouse draws a card and discards a card. This one gives a creature +2/+0, Vigilance and Haste until end of turn. Sun Home Fortress of the Legion can give a creature double strike. Sacred Peaks, Perilous Landscape can be sacked to search for an island, mountain, or plains. Can also be cycled for blue-red-white. Exotic Orchard, Command Tower, Citadel Gates, some of those gates that can be grabbed with the Navigation Orb, Sea Gate, Cliff Gate, and then just a few of each basic here, plains, islands, and mountains. That's the deck. I hope you enjoyed it, but we'll see you next time.